The impact of Google's core web vitals on SEO in 2023. Hey everyone, in this video we're going to be discussing the impact of Google's core web vitals on SEO in 2023. As you may know, core web vitals are a set of metrics that Google uses to measure the user experience on a website. In May 2021, Google made core web vitals a ranking factor in their search algorithm, so it's important for website owners and SEO professionals to understand how these metrics can impact their website search rankings. Core web vitals have become an important aspect of SEO in 2023, and their impact on search rankings cannot be overstated. These metrics provide insights into how users interact with a website and help website owners and SEO professionals to identify areas that need improvement. The three metrics that make up core web vitals are Largest Contentful Paint, LCP, First Input Delay, FID, and Cumulative Layout Shift, CLS. LCP measures the time it takes for the largest element on a web page to load. FID measures the time it takes for a user to be able to interact with a web page, and CLS measures the stability of the layout of a web page as it loads. Google's decision to make core web vitals a ranking factor in their search algorithm means that websites with better user experiences, as measured by core web vitals, are likely to rank higher in search results. This makes it important for website owners and SEO professionals to pay attention to these metrics and work towards improving them. In this video, we will discuss how to measure core web vitals, interpret the data, and improve them. We will cover the tools and methods for measuring core web vitals, as well as tips and best practices for optimizing these metrics. We will also discuss common issues that can cause poor core web vital scores and how to fix them. By the end of this video, you will have a clear understanding of the importance of core web vitals for SEO in 2023 and how to optimize them for better search rankings. Whether you're a website owner or an SEO professional, this video will provide you with the insights and knowledge you need to improve the user experience on your website and boost your search rankings. Core web vitals are a set of user-centric metrics that Google uses to measure the overall experience of a website's visitors. These metrics are designed to measure the speed, responsiveness, and visual stability of a web page. They provide website owners and SEO professionals with insights into how users interact with their website and highlight areas that need improvement to enhance the user experience. The three metrics that make up core web vitals are: Largest Contentful Paint, LCP. This metric measures the loading speed of a website's largest element, usually an image or video. It measures the time it takes for the largest element to load from the moment a user requests the web page. An ideal LCP score is 2.5 seconds or less. First Input Delay, FID. This metric measures the time it takes for a user to interact with a website. It measures the time it takes between a user's first interaction with a web page, such as clicking a link or a button, and the response from the web page. An ideal FID score is 100 milliseconds or less. Cumulative Layout Shift, CLS. This metric measures the visual stability of a web page. It measures the frequency and amount of unexpected layout shifts that occur while a web page is loading. An ideal CLS score is 0.1 or less. Google has made core web vitals a ranking factor in their search algorithm, which means that websites with better core web vital scores are likely to rank higher in search results. This makes it essential for website owners and SEO professionals to monitor and optimize these metrics to improve the user experience and enhance their website search rankings. Core web vitals are important for SEO because they are now a key ranking factor in Google's search algorithm. Google's algorithm uses a variety of factors to determine the relevance and quality of a web page and rank it in search results. Core web vitals have become a crucial factor in this process because they directly impact the user experience on a website. When a user visits a web page, they expect it to load quickly and be easy to use. If a web page is slow to load, unresponsive, or unstable, users are more likely to abandon it and look for a better alternative. Google wants to provide its users with the best possible experience, which is why they have made Core Web Vitals a ranking factor in their algorithm. Google's search algorithm is a complex and constantly evolving system that aims to provide its users with the most relevant and high-quality search results. The algorithm uses a wide range of factors to determine the relevance and authority of a web page, including on-page factors such as content quality and relevance, as well as off-page factors such as backlinks and social signals. In recent years, Google has placed increasing emphasis on the user experience as a factor in its search algorithm. This reflects the growing importance of user experience in the digital world, as users increasingly expect fast, reliable, and easy-to-use websites. Core Web Vitals have become a crucial factor in Google's search algorithm because they directly impact the user experience on a website. Google recognizes that a poor user experience, such as slow loading times or an unresponsive layout, can negatively impact user engagement and satisfaction. By including Core Web Vitals in its ranking algorithm, Google is incentivizing website owners and SEO professionals to prioritize the user experience on their websites and make improvements that can lead to better search rankings. It's important to note that Core Web Vitals are not the only factor that Google uses to determine search rankings. There are many other factors that contribute to a web page's relevance and authority, and website owners and SEO professionals need to consider a wide range of factors when optimizing their websites for search. Google's search algorithm is a complex system that takes into account a wide range of factors to determine search rankings. Core Web Vitals have become a crucial factor in this process because they directly impact the user experience on a website, and Google recognizes the importance of user experience in providing the best possible search results. By improving Core Web Vitals, website owners and SEO professionals can enhance the user experience on their website, which can lead to better search rankings and improved business outcomes. By improving Core Web Vitals, website owners and SEO professionals can enhance the user experience on their website, which can lead to higher engagement, lower bounce rates, and ultimately, improved search rankings. Websites with better Core Web Vitals scores are more likely to appear at the top of search results, which can lead to more organic traffic and better business outcomes. In addition to the impact on search rankings, Core Web Vitals are also important for website owners and SEO professionals because they provide valuable insights into the user experience on a website. By monitoring and optimizing these metrics, website owners can identify areas that need improvement and make data-driven decisions to enhance the user experience. Core Web Vitals are an important aspect of SEO in 2023 because they directly impact the user experience on a website, which is a key factor in Google's search algorithm. By improving these metrics, website owners and SEO professionals can enhance the user experience, improve search rankings, and ultimately, drive better business outcomes. Measuring Core Web Vitals is essential to understanding how a website is performing in terms of user experience. There are several tools and methods available to measure Core Web Vitals. Google provides its own set of tools, including Page Speed Insights and the Core Web Vitals report in Google Search Console. These tools can provide insights into a website's performance and suggest ways to improve Core Web Vitals scores. Additionally, there are third-party tools available, such as Geekmetrics and Webpage Test, that can provide more detailed information on Core Web Vitals and other performance metrics. When measuring Core Web Vitals, it's important to consider the three individual metrics that make up the score: Largest Contentful Paint, LCP, First Input Delay, FID, and Cumulative Layout Shift, CLS. Largest Contentful Paint, LCP, measures the time it takes for the largest element on a web page to become visible to the user. This metric is important because it reflects the user's perception of how quickly the web page is loading. First Input Delay, FID, measures the time it takes for a user's first interaction with a web page, such as clicking a button or filling out a form, to be processed. This metric is important because it reflects the user's perception of how responsive the web page is. Cumulative Layout Shift, CLS, measures the amount of unexpected layout shift that occurs on a web page. This metric is important because it reflects the user's perception of how stable the web page is and can prevent accidental clicks or user frustration. When interpreting Core Web Vitals data, website owners and SEO professionals should aim to identify areas for improvement and prioritize the most impactful changes. For example, if LCP scores are particularly poor, it may be necessary to optimize images or reduce server response times to improve loading speeds. Similarly, if CLS scores are low, it may be necessary to make layout adjustments to prevent unexpected shifting. Measuring Core Web Vitals is an important part of understanding a website's user experience and identifying areas for improvement. There are several tools and methods available to measure these metrics, and website owners and SEO professionals should prioritize the most impactful changes to improve Core Web Vitals scores. Conducting a Core Web Vitals audit is a crucial step in improving a website's user experience and search engine rankings. Here is a step-by-step guide on how to conduct a Core Web Vitals audit. Identify the pages to audit. Determine which pages on the website are the most important in terms of traffic, conversions, or user experience. These pages should be the primary focus of the audit. When identifying the pages to audit, it's important to consider which pages on the website are the most important for the business goals. For example, if the website is an e-commerce site, the product pages or checkout pages might be the most critical for conversions. Alternatively, if the website is a content-based site, the articles with the highest traffic or engagement rates might be the most important. In addition to business goals, it's also essential to consider user experience when choosing pages to audit. Pages with high bounce rates or low engagement rates may benefit from a Core Web Vitals audit to improve the user experience and keep users on the website. Finally, it's essential to consider technical factors when choosing pages to audit. Large, complex pages with multiple scripts or multimedia elements may be more likely to have poor Core Web Vitals scores, so it's important to prioritize auditing these pages. By prioritizing the pages that are most important to the business goals, user experience, and technical considerations, website owners and SEO professionals can make the most of their Core Web Vitals audit and see the most significant improvements in search engine rankings and user experience. Measure Core Web Vitals. Use Google's Page Speed Insights or the Core Web Vitals report in Google Search Console to measure the Core Web Vitals scores for each page. Additionally, use third-party tools like Metrics or Webpage Test for more detailed information on the metrics. Measuring Core Web Vitals is a critical step in conducting a thorough audit. Google provides two primary tools for measuring Core Web Vitals: Page Speed Insights and the Core Web Vitals report in Google Search Console. Page Speed Insights provides an overall score for each page based on a combination of Core Web Vitals metrics, including Largest Contentful Paint, First Input Delay, and Cumulative Layout Shift. It also provides detailed information on each of these metrics, including the time it takes for the page to load and become interactive and the amount of layout shift that occurs during page load. The Core Web Vitals report in Google Search Console provides a similar overview of Core Web Vitals scores, but it provides this information in the context of search performance. This report can help website owners and SEO professionals identify which pages are most in need of improvement to improve search engine rankings. In addition to these Google tools, third-party tools like Metrics or Webpage Test can provide more detailed information on Core Web Vitals metrics. These tools can help website owners and SEO professionals identify specific issues with page load times, interactivity, or layout shift and make targeted improvements to address these issues. Overall, measuring Core Web Vitals is an essential step in the audit process. It provides the baseline data needed to identify areas for improvement and track progress over time. By using a combination of Google's tools and third-party tools, website owners and SEO professionals can gain a comprehensive understanding of the Core Web Vitals scores for each page on the website and make informed decisions about how to improve them. Analyze the data. Review the data to identify which pages have the lowest Core Web Vitals scores and which metrics are performing the worst. This will help prioritize which pages and metrics to focus on first. Once the core Web Vitals scores for each page have been measured, the next step is to analyze the data to identify which pages have the lowest scores and which metrics are performing the worst. This analysis helps prioritize which pages and metrics to focus on first when making improvements. One way to analyze the data is to sort the pages by their core Web Vitals scores, starting with the lowest scores. This will help identify which pages are most in need of improvement. It's also helpful to look at the scores for each metric individually to see which metrics are causing the most significant issues. For example, a page may have a good score for Largest Contentful Paint but a poor score for Cumulative Layout Shift, indicating that layout shift issues may be the most significant area for improvement. Another way to analyze the data is to compare the core Web Vitals scores for each page to other metrics, such as bounce rates or conversion rates. This can help identify which pages are most negatively impacted by poor core Web Vitals scores and which improvements are likely to have the most significant impact on business goals. Overall, analyzing the data is critical to identifying the most important areas for improvement and prioritizing the work needed to improve core Web Vitals scores. By focusing on the pages and metrics that are most in need of improvement, website owners and SEO professionals can see significant improvements in search engine rankings and user experience. Identify issues. Look for common issues that could be causing poor core Web Vitals scores, such as large images, slow server response times, or excessive use of third-party scripts. These issues should be addressed to improve the scores. Once the issues affecting core Web Vitals scores have been identified, the next step is to make the necessary improvements to the website. Here are some strategies that can be used to improve core Web Vitals scores. Optimize images. Large images can slow down page load times, so it's important to optimize images to reduce their file size. This can be done using tools like Photoshop or online image compressors. Additionally, lazy loading can be used to delay the loading of images until they are needed, further improving page speed. Reduce server response times. Slow server response times can be improved by upgrading to a faster hosting plan or using a content delivery network, CDN, to cache website content and serve it from the closest server to the user. Additionally, server-side caching can be used to reduce the load on the server and speed up page load times. Remove unnecessary third-party scripts. Excessive use of third-party scripts can slow down page load times and negatively impact core Web Vitals scores. Website owners should carefully evaluate the need for each script and remove any that are unnecessary. Additionally, scripts should be loaded asynchronously to prevent them from blocking page rendering. Minimize code. Inefficient code can cause poor core Web Vitals scores, so it's important to minimize code by removing unnecessary bloat. This can be done using tools like minification, which removes unnecessary characters and reduces file size. Additionally, lazy loading can be used to delay the loading of non-critical scripts and resources. Improve page speed. Improving page speed is critical to improving core Web Vitals scores. This can be done by reducing the size of page resources, optimizing code and images, and reducing server response times. Additionally, content can be cached to reduce the load on the server and speed up page load times. By implementing these strategies, website owners and SEO professionals can improve core Web Vitals scores and provide a better user experience for their visitors. Make improvements. Based on the issues identified, make improvements to the website to improve core Web Vitals scores. This could involve optimizing images, reducing server response times, or removing unnecessary third-party scripts. Remeasure and monitor. After making improvements, remeasure core Web Vitals scores to see if there is an improvement. Additionally, monitor the scores regularly to ensure they continue to meet the desired standards. Once the necessary improvements have been made, it is important to remeasure the core Web Vitals scores to see if there has been an improvement. This can be done by using the same tools and methods that were used to measure the scores initially. If the scores have improved, it is a good indication that the changes made have been effective in improving the website's user experience. It is also important to monitor the core Web Vitals scores regularly to ensure that they continue to meet the desired standards. Google's algorithm is constantly evolving, and user expectations for website performance are constantly increasing, so it is important to stay up to date with changes and make any necessary adjustments. Monitoring can be done using tools like Google Search Console or third-party services that offer monitoring and alerting for core Web Vitals. This allows website owners and SEO professionals to stay on top of any issues that may arise and address them promptly. Regular monitoring can also provide valuable insights into the user experience on the website and help identify areas for further improvement. Test and iterate. Continuously test and iterate the website to improve core Web Vitals scores. Regularly conduct audits to identify areas for improvement and make the necessary changes to improve user experience and search engine rankings. Conducting a core Web Vitals audit is an essential step in improving a website's user experience and search engine rankings. By following these steps, website owners and SEO professionals can identify issues, make improvements, and continuously monitor and improve core Web Vitals scores over time. Testing and iterating the website is an ongoing process that involves regularly conducting audits to identify areas for improvement and making the necessary changes to improve core Web Vitals scores and the overall user experience. The first step in testing and iterating is to set goals for the website's performance and user experience. This can be done by identifying the most important pages and user actions, and setting targets for the core Web Vitals metrics. Once these goals have been set, regular testing and monitoring can be done to measure progress and identify areas for improvement. Regular testing can be done using tools like Google PageSpeed Insights or GeekMetrics, which provide detailed reports on website performance and identify areas for improvement. These tools can also be used to simulate different user scenarios and test the website's performance under different conditions. Based on the results of testing, changes can be made to the website to improve core Web Vitals scores and the user experience. This can include optimizing images, compressing files, reducing the use of third-party scripts, and implementing caching and other performance-enhancing techniques. It is important to continuously monitor and test the website to ensure that the changes made are effective and that the website is meeting the desired performance and user experience goals. This may involve conducting regular audits, analyzing user feedback, and using analytics tools to track user behavior and identify areas for improvement. By testing and iterating the website, website owners and SEO professionals can improve core Web Vitals scores, increase user satisfaction, and improve search engine rankings over time. Core Web Vitals are a set of metrics that measure the user experience of a website. These metrics include Largest Contentful Paint, LCP, First Input Delay, FID, and Cumulative Layout Shift, CLS. Improving these metrics is crucial for a website's success, as they impact user engagement, satisfaction, and conversion rates. Here are some tips and best practices for optimizing core Web Vitals. Optimize images. Large images are one of the primary causes of slow LCP. To optimize images, you can compress them to reduce their file size without sacrificing quality. You can also use responsive images to serve different image sizes to different devices. Minimize JavaScript and CSS. Large JavaScript and CSS files can slow down the loading time of a page, which can affect LCP and FID. To minimize these files, you can use minification techniques such as removing whitespace and comments. You can also split large files into smaller, more manageable ones. Use a content delivery network, CDN. A CDN can help reduce the distance between the server and the user, resulting in faster loading times. By using a CDN, you can distribute your website's content across multiple servers, which can improve the website's performance. Optimize server response time. Slow server response time can cause delays in FID, as the browser waits for the server to respond before executing any JavaScript code. To optimize server response time, you can use a caching mechanism to store frequently requested content, and you can also reduce the number of requests made to the server. Avoid large layout shifts. CLS measures the amount of unexpected layout shifts that occur on a page. These can be caused by images, videos, or ads that load after the initial layout has been rendered. To avoid large layout shifts, you can reserve space for these elements by setting appropriate dimensions in your HTML or CSS code. Use lazy loading. Lazy loading is a technique that defers the loading of non-critical resources, such as images or videos, until they are needed. This can improve LCP and FID, as the browser doesn't have to load these resources until the user scrolls down to them. Prioritize above-the-fold content. Above-the-fold content refers to the part of the page that is visible to the user without scrolling. To improve LCP, you can prioritize loading above-the-fold content first, so the user can see something meaningful as quickly as possible. Common issues and how to fix them. Large images. Large images can be optimized by compressing them to reduce their file size. You can also use responsive images to serve different image sizes to different devices. Render blocking resources. Render blocking resources can be minimized by deferring the loading of non-critical resources or using asynchronous loading techniques. Slow server response time. Slow server response time can be improved by using a caching mechanism to store frequently requested content and reducing the number of requests made to the server. JavaScript and CSS issues. JavaScript and CSS issues can be resolved by minimizing these files using minification techniques such as removing whitespace and comments. You can also split large files into smaller, more manageable ones. Layout shifts. Layout shifts can be minimized by reserving space for images, videos, or ads by setting appropriate dimensions in your HTML or CSS code. You can also use the preload attribute to load resources ahead of time. Non-optimized fonts. Non-optimized fonts can be optimized by reducing the number of font files used, using a font subset, or using a system font. Optimizing core web vitals is crucial for improving the user experience of a website. By following these tips and best practices and fixing common issues, you can improve your website performance, which can result in higher engagement, satisfaction, and conversion rates. It is important to regularly monitor your website's core web vitals using tools such as Google's PageSpeed Insights or Lighthouse to identify any issues and track improvements over time. In addition to the above tips and best practices, it is also important to prioritize user experience when designing and developing your website. This includes designing for mobile devices, reducing the number of intrusive pop-ups or ads, and minimizing the use of large or complex animations. Overall, improving core web vitals requires a combination of technical optimizations, user experience considerations, and ongoing monitoring and testing. By implementing these strategies and continually optimizing your website, you can provide a better experience for your users and achieve better results for your business. In 2023, core web vitals are more important than ever for SEO. Google has confirmed that these metrics will be used as ranking signals, meaning that websites with better core web vitals may rank higher in search results. Moreover, in today's digital landscape, users expect fast and responsive websites. If your website doesn't meet these expectations, users are likely to leave and never return. This can result in higher bounce rates, lower engagement, and ultimately lower conversion rates. Therefore, it is essential for website owners and SEO professionals to prioritize core web vitals optimization in their overall SEO strategy. This includes monitoring and improving LCP, FID, and CLS, as well as focusing on user experience considerations such as mobile optimization, reducing pop-ups or ads, and minimizing complex animations.